Welcome to another episode. Today the question is, what do you mean by arrogant? Somebody has asked, what do you mean by arrogant? What is arrogance? In other words, to put it simply, arrogance is having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance and abilities. Arrogance is having a sense of exaggerated self-importance, or thinking that one has many abilities when actually it is not so. So, an exaggerated sense of self-worth. That is arrogance. So, an arrogant person is the one who acts as if he is superior, more worthy and more important than the others. Therefore, he puts others down and even disrespects them. At the same time, he wants to be admired and respected. He wants to be appreciated for all the great things he has done and all the special qualities he has. The arrogant person may be attractive or pleasant at the beginning because he usually conveys a self-confidence that gives you a sense of security. Therefore, it is normal that people fall into his net until they realize that everything begins to revolve around that person. The whole relationship revolves around that person, the arrogant person. And you stop feeling good in his company because you feel smaller. The reasons why an arrogant person behaves like that, because he thinks he has done great things. First reason. Second, it may be his defense mechanism, or he may want attention from others. Arrogance may be a way of attention seeking. So, what are the symptoms? So, an exaggerated desire to receive compliments. They talk constantly about themselves. They don't recognize their errors or accept criticism. And forgiveness does not exist in their vocabulary. They are intolerant towards the differences. They are overcompensating weaknesses. They have an intimidating attitude. Most people do not like arrogant people, among other things, because they make us feel bad. They despise us and generate a feeling of inferiority. At some point throughout the growth, like kids, we are born with the self-centered mind because for initial growth that is necessary. One has to take care of their own physical and mental growth at a young age. So sort of self-centeredness is there as kids for most of us. But as we grow, we attain maturity and we take more objective view of the world. From the self-centeredness, we mature into a person who has more objective view of the world. About others also you think about. But apparently these arrogant persons miss out that maturing step. They never mature into a person from childhood. They still believe like a child that they can always win. And what is worse, he deserves to win. Like a kid, he thinks he can always win and he deserves to win always. This indicates that at the base of the arrogance lies a childish attitude and a problem of self-esteem. In fact, thinking to be superior is usually a defense mechanism that shows that in reality that person does not have so much self-confidence. In this regard, Fulton John Sheen said, arrogance is the manifestation of weakness, the secret fear towards rivals. So arrogance is the manifestation of weakness, the secret fear towards rivals. So let us see a small story of arrogance of power in the form of an incident. The master and the disciple were talking in a street corner. So when an old woman came up to them, she shouted at the master, "Get away from my window. You are disturbing my customers." It was a small shop. So actually they were standing there and talking. So she came and shouted to move away from that place. It was disturbing their customers. The master immediately apologized. He moved to the other side of the street. From the sidewalk, he went to the opposite side. And they continued to talk, the master and the disciple. When the police officer came and told the master, "You move over to the other side. Now the count will be passing here. The VIP will be coming here. He will be walking through the sidewalk. So you will have to move to the other side of the street." Then immediately the master said, "Let the VIP use the other side of the walk, outside of the street, sidewalk on the other side. I am not going to move." The policeman went quietly, rebuffed, thinking that this master is not going to move. So the master turned to the disciple, "Don't forget, never be arrogant to the humble, and never be humble to the arrogant." So remember this, you also remember this. Never be arrogant to the humble, and never be humble to the arrogant. That is important. So you should not be arrogant to a humble person, and also you never be humble to a arrogant person. That will only make him worse. So with this, we'll end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel, share this video. Thank you.